Hey everybody, we're back. Looks like we get a rematch here. So we're going to try and recover that. We may just get flat out destroyed. Our opponent's going down to 6 cards and is on the play, so we'll find out what happens. Um, so far, no play for me. Kind of a letdown, but hey, these things happen. I'm assuming that he kept the one land top hand, similar to the one land brainstorm, which if your deck has as many lands as these decks tend to have, this isn't the worst thing. You know, I just replaced the batteries in this mouse. Alright, so it looks like he found a land at least. I meant to fetch, but I failed that epically. We know that he's got the Punishing Fires now, so we know that he's also got Blood Moons. Let's dodge that factor, although there will be no dodging it on this one. Good news is that we at least have one of said lands, and we have something that he's going to want to kill next turn because he can't do it with that land yet. Unless he's got bolts as well. It's a pretty cool list, though. I'm going to pause recording while I stop the thing from flashing on my screen. I'm going to wait until it gives me a question. Come on. Okay, so now he's got a Tundra. And there's a Swords. Okay. Alright, so Bob is gone. We kind of figured Bob was going to be leaving us shortly. Stoneforge Mystic. Not exactly what I was looking for. We're just going to plant the other Bob down. Is this a counter spell? No. It's looking for more removal, which he's got enough of it. He's got a lot of removal. I would like a way to deal with some of this stuff, although I was counting on the Bobs, the double Bob to stick, which is a bad idea. A lot of the times you don't want to count on that, but he did get a Force of Will. So I guess we're going to have Mystic next turn. We're going to be fetching a little bit more. We can actually go Mystic and then draw another card, so that'll be helpful. And we're unable to be Blood Mooned out completely, although that sucks. Seeing him get his Mystic down is like, okay, now I want removal. So there's his Batterskull. Yep, we're fetching. Won't get caught with our pants down again. And instead of anything, we draw Mox Diamond. So, bang, bang. And I forgot to play that one. Yes, we'll get our Batterskull. A lot of times in these cases it's actually worthwhile to get something else like the Jit, but we don't have anything that can romp with his Batterskull to make that a good trade for us yet. Looks like this card's gonna have to come next turn. That's my mistake, mana efficiency and all. So a Wasteland would have been pretty nice though. Just waste that one there. Alright, so he's popping the top. Wonder what he's got up there if he's doing that. Counterbalance. Okay. Why did he pop the top? Anybody else confused? Because I am. I'm going to actually draw a card first. We got a Bob. Well, we know what's on top. So let's go ahead and land that. We knew what was on top. So, did you get a 2 up there? Okay, you got another Stoneforge Mystic. That's not going to be good for us. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. He could easily just have a click and then it's like, okay, well now we're in a staring contest. So I'd like to get that part taken a look at and taken care of as best as possible. Alright, and why hasn't he replayed that top? I'm gonna... Oh, God, that sucks. I'm gonna equip to the Mystic, maybe? I don't think it's worthwhile to equip to the Mystic. I'll just hold priority and pass it along. Let's see. I wonder if I can get him to put a land to the top. Looks like I can't. Oh, he already had a land on top. I didn't really care too much. I just wanted to see if I could get him to do it. Yeah, I'll hold priority before he does anything and put this back up and then put it back down. Then again, now that I see that, yeah, I figured, but I actually thought that he was going to, let's see, so we pop that. Pay 1, cancel. What am I? Oh. So we got that and that. And do you have your click? Because that would really suck. Just going to F6. Yes, I'd like to use this ability. There's a Bob. What did he show us? He showed us Stoneforge Mystic. Why don't you hang back and just you go in? So I'm going to assume the Stoneforge Mystic is probably what's in hand. Let's give it a shot. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. He might have another 2 up there anyway. Yep. Ah, Punishing Fire. Well, that made me want to move that over to the Mystic, but I'd already F6'd. Yep. Alright, so we're still getting in. That Punishing Fire is now in there. Let's see, do you have another one? Because if you don't, I'm killing your Mystic. He does have a shuffle effect. The thing is, we're not out of this game yet. Do you? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Surprised he didn't go for the shuffle effect. Let's just equip. And we'll send this across. You can have it back. I don't mind. Alright. We're going to kill off his Stoneforge now. That way he can't do his shenanigans on his side, being able to block and bounce and everything else in one turn. Like, he could recover that next turn and then play it the turn after, but at which point we'll already have 4 counters on the JIT. But for right now, yeah. Let's see, 2, that's 12. Ah, that's Jace. This is starting to get out of hand. Bounced, yep. I figured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm willing to bet that he does not have a Force of Will. And 1 in the yard. Just going to go ahead and equip that there. And we'll F6. There we go. Now it's kicking in. The only guy we can sneak in underneath a guy. So we have this, and by a guy I mean this. We have this to deal with, we have this to deal with, we have that to deal with, and we have 3 white sources. Again, we should be better off post-board. So we're going to have 2 creatures come down. Don't forget, he is a miracle deck, so yeah. That is a thing. A second Stoneforge Mystic. Do you have a second piece of equipment? No. I did not F6 this one. I have to do all this twice, 3 times, 4 times. Okay. So if he's got a Force of Will on top, that's going to be painful. But we will be able to find out right now. Come on. There we go. If he's got a Force on top, I'm going to concede. Yep. As promised. May it never be said that I am not a man of my word. So let's see. We wanted these. We wanted the hymns, the surgicals, the duresses, and the decays. And we kept the batter skull. We cut the jit. We cut 2 Stoneforge. We cut all the swords because we're not playing that game. And all the diamonds, even though they're really good against Blood Moons. The thing is, do we think that he'll bring back in the whatchamacallits? I don't think he will. So I think we're good there. Let's just go ahead and try this again. Yes, I'd like to play first. And this hand I'm going to keep. Would you like to mulligan? No. I don't want to mulligan. Thank you for the thought, though. I'm going to pop this guy down. There's that one. I was hoping for a wasteland, actually, if you're wondering. I'm going to pop this guy out. Gives him something that he has to shoot at over this. Although a terminus off the top, well, he can't terminus. Not a big deal. Not even a brainstorm. No respect. Alright, let's new Java date update. Let's go ahead and get to my turn. What else you got? Okay. A bunch of stuff. Okay. So I guess his plan was to pop this next turn. We're going to get to pop that. And we'll go this. So if he wants to get this with the other said thing, he's going to have to do it the hard way. We're just going to get in again. Hopefully we can start seeing, if he wants to get this with the explosives is what I'm talking about. He's going to have to do it in 2 turns or else we get a chance at it. When we get a chance at it, I guess he's going to go for it in 2 turns. We could see discard. If we see discard, we're definitely going to go for that. Getting Jace is the prime concern here. He got a top. That sucks. Always yes. Always. That's what got me in trouble last time. I'm going to put these 2 back and actually keep this land. And let's go ahead and... I don't remember him having a Force of Will. So cancel. Go ahead and fetch. Might as well get a basic while I'm out here. Get the forest and boom, boom, boom. Okay. Gaddock Teague. Alright, that'll shut down a lot of the things that were causing problems in his hand. I could have done that in a way that I could have 2'd him. That would have been a little bit better. I also could have kept up the Abrupt Decay. So let's see, his hand was okay. With only the 4 swords, he didn't feel confident. Converted mana cost. Let's go ahead and give it another shot. Again, excuse me, the game plan is really just using these to take care of removal spells, because without removal spells we should be okay. He's probably going to be bringing back in the Blood Moons for a boarded game, and I think I'd rather have the diamonds, although I have submitted, so we may run out of time. I'm actually going to get rid of the Stoneforge package, as well as I didn't make it. I was going to get rid of a Goyf as well, but this will do. He's letting me play first. I am going to get the Bayou. Call it what you want. There's a Spell Pierce, a Swords, the Entreat, and a Top. If I take the Spell Pierce, he's left with the Swords, which means that this goes. He's going to top first and then be able to start looking. I think my best bet is actually taking this. I figure he'll take the that one. I want this Swords. Okay. During his draw step, I'll take those. I think that he'll play the top. That'll let me sneak this in, and then I don't have to worry about the Spell Pierce. My connection is going to crap. Luckily, there's enough time. I'm going to try and fix it later, maybe. I hate this laptop. I really do. It's okay. So we'll be able to land this next turn. Yep. Looks like it's back. Whoops, that's my draw step. So he took a figure that we wanted the Swords. I'm going to hold off, and that will do, Donkey. That will do. We're going to cast this for 2 life here. Yay, we got all 3 of them. We held him up. He does have a Brainstorm, so he could get a Force of Will. Okay. Let's see. The Blood Moon is back in, so that is important to note. He has the 3 Punishing Fires. We're going to get this Teague. That'll make that Entreat go to crap. His Brainstorm will hide the Entreat. Okay. 4 Force of Wills are all that we're contesting against right now. If there's one of them on the top, we're in bad shape. If there isn't one on the top, oops. Alt U. Alt U. Undo. And white. Come on. Hold on. Alright, we're back. Cancel. It's just... There we go. It's the obvious one. Do we fight a Force of Will? That's the big question. He's got the Spell Pierce. That's his only blue card, if I remember correctly. So let's see if I can actually scroll up and see. Yeah. So that's his only blue card. So if he finds Force blue card, he can keep the Spell Pierce. Otherwise, we get the library. Looks like there was no Force, so the Entreat's hidden. Fetch land? Nope. That being said, let's go ahead and knock that out and come in this route. So clock's going. Top's down. There's the batter skull. And if he does play the Blood Moon next turn, we have an answer to that. What we're racing now is the time that it would take him to find the Entreat the Angels. And we need him to tap. That's a thought. No, that's still not opening that up. We need him to tap both of those in order to actually like land this, or we need one more untapped land. One more untapped land lets us do this. We're going to keep up these two. That'll it'll keep up all colors, but it's very obvious that what we're keeping up. Unless we get like the basic forest, and then we're going to tap both of these for both of those, and then we're just keeping up colors. I'm not going to worry about counterbalance just yet, although I probably should. Yep, there's that one. Okay, Thoughtseize. Let's go in for it. What's he showing me? Double Spell Pierce and an Entreat. Well, I'm going to go ahead, since these are locked off until he finds a Punishing Fire, I'm going to take the... yeah. We're going to take that and come across. So let's see, 3 Punishing Fires, 7 turns. Odds are in his favor right now. Wasteland would take care of that, but we've got 1 in there, so there's 2 Wastelands, and we're drawing off the top, whereas he's drawing off the top 3. If we can get him to shuffle, we'll definitely go for that. But right now, he has no need to shuffle. Let's see, 4th land. Hey, ask and ye shall receive. Although we could have landed this, I'd rather get the Punishing Fire out of the crap. Well, I wanted to get the Punishing Fire out. So everything's live again. All bets are off. We're still solid against a lot of the stuff that he's got. We need him to shuffle. Or else we need another Green Sun Zenith. Or a Green Sun Zenith. Counterbalance. Yep. That I am going to take care of right now. Knight of the Reliquary. I can live with a knight. Knight's big, knight's bad, knight should do something. At least knight will fetch out a wasteland. He can do this for, or EE for 3. If he does that, if he EEs for 3, then we get to sink this. We also get to put him back on lands, which is key. Not Jace. Alright, not Jace. So, let's see. The serious questions. Always the serious questions. What could he have on top of his deck? That's a simple answer. If we do, he pops that, and we fetch. I could just ding him. I think it's better if we land this. The thing is, we know he's got that second Spell Pierce, and I'd like to be able to destroy one of those. I'm going to get this down. I mean, if he goes to destroy, I go fetch this out, go get a scrub land? Yeah, a scrub land. And that'll give us the double black for Liliana and everything else. Yep. So Knight activates, turns his 3-turn clock into a 2-turn clock. And we pay for that. So the clock is still there. It's just that now we can fight him on this card advantage type thingy. Let's pay for it. Okay. We know that he does have the entreat, but it's in hand until he finds a brainstorm. So no brainstorm, no entreat. His hand was an EE and an entreat. He's got a choice between giving us card advantage and cards. What's he choosing? Brainstorm. So the entreat goes back to the top of the deck. And an entreat for 2 is what we're looking at. 1 right now, 2 later, which isn't all that impressive. He could find a Terminus, then it becomes slightly more impressive. We should be able to do something about it, though. Hopefully in the next 3 we see a Surgical Extraction. We'll get the Punishing Fires. If we see Surgical Extraction alongside Green Sun Zenith, we are in heaven, because there's one other card that'll be able to take care of this, or be able to take care of the second Teague that we have. Right now he can't go for 3, so he has to go for 2. So let's see. I could force this matter. We could put this down, pop it. That would force him to play and be able to do... Oh, wait. I get to look at more cards. Alright. So there's a pulse. I want the pulse next turn. Yeah. Pulse next turn. I am going to keep this one. We'll hide that. So that creates an awkward situation for him. Let's just get this down. Oops. No black. You need a green. Let's force this matter. I could have attacked first, but I don't think that's worth it. I'd love to get rid of this. I know what's on the. I know what's going where, and we've put ourselves into a position where we may be able to do something. If he's got a Blood Moon on top of his deck, he'll have colors up, but he has to be able to still deal with this Knight. The Knight was a 2-turn clock. I think it's going to end up being a 3-turn clock, playing super defensively at this point. What are you doing over there? So he looked once, looked twice. Third time's a charm, or a dream, or whatever that phrase is. So he's drawing a card. Wasn't Terminus. So the top of his deck is that. Trying to think of what he could possibly have that's going to cause a threat. The top of his deck is not Terminus. It could be Jace. Jace is a real card. If it's Jace, the pulse doesn't do it. He gets to play Jace. I pulse it, but he'll be at 5 life. If it's the Jace, I could play fetch out basic forest and have this, and then I get to swing into the Jace and replay the Knight. I like that. I like that idea. So Knight's going to get a little bit slowed down. We're going to fetch out this one. That'll go get basic forest. We're losing the pulse. That is the one thing to realize. So we are losing pulse. And we also have 5 mana. We're at 5 life. This is 10, 12 damage right here as of next turn. If there's a fetch land on top, it's lethal. So solution now, required. I'm assuming that he's got the entreat. That's interesting. He can entreat for 1. I'm actually going to put these 2 back, and I'm going to go to 1 life. That can go back to the top of the library. Okay. That was poorly thought out. My bad. So I get in like this. Enlightened tutor. Okay. Trying to think what on earth he could be getting. It may just be a shuffle effect. He got Batterskull. Okay. I think it was just a shuffle effect. I have an answer for the Batterskull, so that's not a big deal. Okay, he figured it out. We got that. He didn't have a Terminus or anything like that, so we're in good shape. If he did, then we were going to end up popping, or, well, we couldn't pop because we were at 1 life. We would have ended up probably hoping to draw another land there, and then being able to go get the other Teague. So that was a miscalculation on my part. I should have taken the extra 4 life as damage. Should have just kept the Abrupt Decay. Look, the next turn, because the Abrupt Decay beats the single Angel that he could make, but I guess he couldn't make it. He only had 1 white source, didn't he? I don't remember now. But yeah, that's Revenge. I will see you all again later. Have fun. Bye-bye.